Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Catherine Gallagher and welcome. I am your host. I'd like to talk to you about mental health. What do we mean by mental health? Well, the World Health Organization defines mental health as being a state of well-being in which every person realises their own potential and can cope with normal life stresses, can work productively and is able to contribute to their own community. That's quite a definition, isn't it, of what mental health means? Sometimes it's important to understand what we mean when we use terminology, use words. And what does it mean when we talk about mental health for us individually? In mental health, we look to know whether we are thriving, flourishing, whether we are striving, languishing, whether we find that our mental health is moderately okay, or whether we are feeling low, moderate, or high with our mental health. Understanding where our mental health is important. Are we emotionally strained? Is there tension resulting in where our mental health is? Where stress is. E-stress is good stress. E-stress is good stress. We need a certain level of stress to be able to function, to feel motivated, to feel that we have ability to feel a bit of pressure to get us up, to get us out and get us motivated. However, I wonder, if you think about where your mental health is, you feel within yourself right now, would you say that your mental health is in an amazing place? Could it be better? Or do you feel it's very low? We all feel stressed at times. We all feel pressure. We all have deadlines to meet. We all feel that we succeed, or we feel that we are not succeeding. Sometimes we feel we are failing ourselves or others around us. We have expectations and needs and demands. We might live under threat. It might not be a physical threat, but we might feel constantly that we're under attack by criticism, by being challenged. Stress is how our brain and our body responds to the demands and pressures and the threats that we feel. Our body prepares with the fight-flight response. We either step up to the challenge or we flee and take flight. We kick in the sympathetic nervous system. Adrenaline rushes through our body. And the blood flows to the peripheries of our body. Our legs, our arms. So we take flight and we can escape and get away. But our brain is telling us, logically, we're not at risk. But we feel that we are because we have that response as if we are at risk. We breathe faster. We can't think clearly. All our functions are aimed at getting away, escaping, surviving. That's how our body works. We're under stress and strain and feel at threat. We react to triggers and respond in kind. Our body's primed to instantly take that fight, flight and flee response because we feel that perceived threat. Our body is swarmed with hormones that shut down every other system in the body. We prioritise in dealing with the trigger. Faced with the physical threat, it becomes difficult, problematic. But when we're faced in situations where we're not actually at physical risk, real harm, it's different. It's problematic, isn't it? If it's a work situation, if it's a situation where we don't actually have to take flight. So what do? We've got all of this adrenaline rushing through our body. We feel as if, we need to take flight, but we know logically we're not in harm's way. Our body's in that anticipatory. We're breathing. And we're really feeling as if we need to take flight. Heart is pumping. We might be sweating. We can't think clearly. We're feeling really, 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 really confused. And we're feeling disorientated. What do we do? What do we need to do? All the blood is rushing through our body. Breathe. Take a breath. Tell yourself, calm. Take a breath. Be mindful. It's okay. Stop. Take back control of your body. Remind yourself, breathe. It's okay. You're safe. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Slow things down. Slow things down. Take time. Take space. That's where things become clear. Objective. We change the physiological state that we're in. We begin to be able to take control of our situation, our environment. Physiologically, our heart rate slows down. Our breath slows down. The blood goes to our other systems. We start being able to think more clearly as blood goes back to our brain. I feel better. I feel better. I feel calmer. And when we manage emotional and mental well-being, it's important to look at stress and energy. That's why people work with energy. We need to be able to invest in our energy, to gain. And when you do that, you then regain. You're topping yourself up, energizing yourself, taking responsibility. You're investing back in you, investing back in what matters, the relationships. You're making yourself the best that you can be. You're building your self-talk into being your own best champion. What does that look like for you? Taking accountability, being your own best accountability person. It becomes a way of living, a way of life. Learning, believing in yourself, taking ownership and responsibility for how you are, how you talk, how you walk the walk. Knowing what your role is with that, understanding that it takes humility, because you're not always going to get it right. You're going to make mistakes. Managing your time. Remember the episode I dropped just recently on time. Ask and listen, actively listen, learn and grow. Manage your expectations. What do I need? What do I want? What are my needs that are going to help me grow and reach my full potential? It's all about mental health and mental well-being. It's all about your self-investment, being self-full. I don't talk about being selfish. Nobody likes to say I'm being selfish. I made up this term, being self-full, when I started doing clinical work about 25 plus years ago. Be self-full. Energy, fueling yourself, allowing yourself to shine, and knowing that that's good and healthy to do so. Taking those slow, deep, diaphragmatic breathing from your belly, deep inside, not those shallow breaths, getting oxygen around your body and breathing out allows the oxygen to circulate fully. Being fully present, mindful, knowing the here and now in the present time is a gift. Why waste it? Invest in it. Enjoy it. Be in the moment. Each breath should be something we should enjoy. When we connect, we talk, we invest, and we actively listen, are in tune with what we hear, feeling connected to each other. We feel loved, supported, heard, valued and seen. We're visible. We matter. When we're active, energized, not static, immobilized, taking exercise, working with our energy within our body, getting rid of the tension and stress within our body that we carry around each day in every way. Pay attention to the simple things. Enjoy simple things. I've just been out and had my car washed. I've also just got my hair cut, caught up with my girl, the hairdresser that cuts my hair. Shared some really joyful and joyous news that she has. Spending time connecting makes the difference. Pay attention to the things that truly deserve the attention. We overlook the things we need to pay attention to often. Simple things often make such a difference. When I got my car washed at the end, they gave me a car hair freshener. It's a simple thing, but it was really nice. I said, thank you. And the guy was really excited for me to smell it because he said it was a new one they had just got, and they'd had a long discussion together about which one to choose, and they decided this was the one that most people would like. And he said, you need to open it, tell me what you think. And I smelled it and I said, that's really nice. He said, no, seriously. And I said, it's really nice. And he said, this lady thinks it's really nice. And they were all like, yay, that's another winner. They were really excited because they'd invested in this particular air freshener. And they were like, oh, it was a good choice. And I said, it was. It's really nice. Thank you. It was really nice to know they wanted customer satisfaction. It mattered to them what people thought. It wasn't just something they were just, oh, here you go. It was something they really cared about. And they were doing their job with a lot of humour. They clearly enjoyed what they did. And there was a lot of camaraderie. There was a lot of fun and playfulness with what they were doing with each other. And it was lovely to see. It was really nice to see. We learn, we grow, we embrace new experiences and see the opportunities when we do that. And life. And then day to day we can be surprised. Sometimes life just surprises us, doesn't it? Be open to being surprised in a nice way. And if we give of our time, give of ourselves with charity or with words, just kindness, it comes tenfold back to us. And we know that because we've experienced it. Words do matter. Be careful with the words we use, the actions that we do. It does make a difference. I was saying to my hairdresser, I was saying to her that I was in a lift. I held the lift for this mother, young girl who was a mother, and she had a pram, and she said, thank you. She said, not many people open the lift or hold the lift for people nowadays. And I said, well, I think there's more people that still do than not. But there was an expectation for her that people wouldn't. I said, pass it forward. There's more people that do than that don't. There's much more people that are kind. I keep saying to people that I'm going to set up a kindness club. A club where, see everybody that sees themselves as a kind person. See everybody that passes through life being kind, caring. You know, just says, you can't say anything kind, don't say anything at all. That have that kind of mindset. That mindset that are like-minded. Let's have that club. Right? If you want to be in the cool club, want to be in that kind of club, sign up. Because I do believe there are a lot more people that are generous, that are kind, that are compassionate, that are caring than that are not. And if we're not in that mindset, it's usually because it's something, we're going through something big, something that's affected us. Because in the whole and generally, we would normally be kind, compassionate and caring and thoughtful. Investing in ourselves through connection and activity and paying attention to things, showing gratitude and being prepared to be open to new and learning new experiences, and that charity and giving and caring helps us with our mindset. We know that if we invest in people around us and invest in our relationships, and especially invest in ourselves, the relationship we have with ourselves, it makes a huge difference to our mindset and our well-being. Research has shown this. Feeling close and valued by other people is a human need. We need to be seen. We need to feel that our contribution is welcomed, is recognised, is appreciated. Taking regular exercise lowers depression and anxiety across all groups, whatever age you are. And when we notice, pay attention, and are mindful and in the moment to what's going on, it strengthens our connections, our brain connections, our pathways, broadens our awareness. We need to build a resilience, an inner resilience and inner strength. We need to have better self-belief. Mindfulness practice at least 15 minutes a day. Gratitudes. All of these practices Investing in yourself with these helps to strengthen your resilience, resolve, and ability to bounce back from disappointments and life's challenges. We know that. It's been proven. Getting your daily dose of dopamine, reward, oxytocins, serotonin, the love and the warmth, connections, and endorphins with exercise. All of these daily dose, D-O-S-E, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, GABA, when you're learning. These natural chemicals that make us good, feel good. So important that we're investing in releasing these natural chemicals. Having passion and excitement. Whether we're learning, hobbies, interests, challenging ourselves, expanding our mind and our view and our perspectives in good ways. And we know that with charity and giving and altruism, helps us within society and communities and gives us a sense of purpose and contribution and a sense of belonging and well-being, giving back. And if you see other people who are struggling and have real issues and challenges and we're helping them and assisting them, that is our sense of well-being too. Helps us to feel as if we're contributing and making things better for them. That helps us too. And then it might be that you have a spirituality, a faith. You might have a religion that you follow, a higher power that you believe in. Empowering yourself and actively working on talking within yourself. You know, if you're listening to my previous episodes, that I'm a big advocate in managing and working on your inner self-talk. Eliminating that inner doubt that you do when you talk about, I can't, I shouldn't, I won't, this doesn't work for me, this won't happen to me. All of these negative inner thoughts that we have, automatic thoughts, negative thoughts that pop into our head. How are you working with it? How are you dealing with it? I feel physically, I feel emotionally healthier. I've had an exceptionally good morning, or I feel that today, that this has been a much stronger, better day. I feel that I've managed to do 5 of the last 5 days. I've done 3 repetitions or 4 repetitions, or I've been able to meet and eat in the last 3 days 2 healthy meals. It's noticing what you are doing and managing my stress better and working on my self-talk much better and keeping my diary going. I'm being more aware of being flexible or accepting and more tolerant. The tools and strategies that I'm working on, these are the ones I'm finding most effective. And actually I can see that I am 60% or 70% there. Working on growing. I am being my biggest support. I love myself. I'm my biggest fan. Talking to yourself and empowering yourself is so important. Looking at what you can do, what you can take back control of, what you are able to do, empowering yourself, and owning your feelings, owning your emotions, because we're human, we all have them. I'm big on giving thanks for things. Daily gratitudes. 3 gratitudes a day helps you on your way. Looking at what kind of day you've had. Have you been grateful for anything today? We're very good at pointing in the negative direction because that's what our brain's programmed for. Have you actively looked at and thought and actively verbalised what you're grateful for? Have you shown your gratitudes? Have you been working on your daily dose? Been mindful of the stress that's come your way and how you've managed it, overcome it? Have you acknowledged your success with it? Have you recognised what you've coped with, managed, the strength you've shown, your resilience you've shown? Do you stop and pause and empower or acknowledge, validate how well you've done? When I say to clients, well done, they go, thank you. They're really shocked often. I say, you're not doing that to yourself, for yourself often enough. Ask yourself, am I open? Do I recognise what makes me happy? Do I give gratitude in my life nearly enough? Do I know what fulfills me? What I'm contented about, what I'm fulfilled with in my life? When we're grateful, we then look at fulfillment. And when we look at fulfillment, we start recognising contentment and what is enough. Then always looking for more, diminishing what you have. You start recognising that is enough. Not just good enough, but that's enough. And being enough means that you are saying, I'm full. My happiness is full. I'm accepting that I'm full. I have order. I'm clear. I am clear and I have clarity. I feel this is where I'm meant to be. I am home in my life. I recognise me. I'm my own best friend. I'm a good person. I rock. I love me. I like who I am. I accept who I am. How can we expect other people to accept us if we can't accept ourselves? Flaws and all. Eating nutritiously. And saying things that can actually help us to relax. We know there's certain foods that help us to do that. The honey, the avocados, the spinach, the greens, salmon, fruits like oranges and lemons, things like that, nuts and nutrition. We know green tea, chamomile, things like that calm and relax us. And when we soothe our mind, we'll often get head and neck massage or body massage. We'll have cool downs. Go out to nature, walk in nature, sit in nature, be on a beach. And in a park, we might dance and sing, laugh, use essential oils or herbs like lavender. And we've talked about your daily dose of dopamine. Helps you to complete tasks and achieve and feel a sense of accomplishment. It's a way of understanding self-care. Helps us to eat healthy, celebrate success. The oxytocin is the love chemical. For play and hugs, physical contact, giving compliments, and the massage I was talking about earlier. Then we have the endorphins. It's known as the pain relief chemical, where you laugh, essential oils, chocolate, dark chocolate, especially in exercise. And the serotonins, that's about the mood balance. We often know serotonins. We hear about them from meditation, calming. Maybe we do swimming, walking in nature, sitting out and relaxing. So if we're sunning ourselves, we do it safely. We might run. Different forms and different types of ways of getting a daily dose. People often will say to me, I might have lemon and water. I might add honey to it. I might have smoothies. I might listen to music and sit, lie down, concentrate on my breathing and do progressive relaxation. It's unrealistic to always expect to be happy. It's unrealistic to expect to always have particular emotions. People use universals. It's always this way. I'm always going to be this way. We can change. That's the beauty of being human. Optimism and positive people, optimistic people, know that they're going to have bad days. Know that even when they feel low and they feel down, they know as a positive person, an optimistic person, that happiness is about to come. It's around the corner. There will be happy times. There will be happy times, joyful and playful times. As a happy person, as a positive and optimistic person, I will be sad. I might be low. I might have all these different emotions, but I know as a positive person, despite having all of these low emotions, I will, though, soon be happy, soon have joy, soon feel gratitude, because I remain hopeful, positive. It's always important to remember that isolation never helps. There's a difference between being on your own and being lonely, isn't there? Often we isolate, and that's one of the questions I'll ask when I'm doing work with clients. I'll ask, who's your support system? Who's your support system? People often say one or two people, and I say, but who's around you? And they'll often then tell me they've got more people around them, but they don't rely on them. They don't talk to them. They're not opening up to them. And I'll say, would they be there for you though, if need be? And 99% of the time they say yes. And then they go, but I don't want to bother them. And my response is always, would you see it as a bother if they came to you? And usually they say, oh no. No, I expect if they come to me that I'd be there for them. So why is it that you'd be there for them, but you don't expect them to be there for you? There's that saying, you don't give to receive. But if we can't expect and open ourselves up to receive, we close ourselves down. Think about that. It's healthy to receive. People expect, if you're there for them, that at times they can be there for you. That's what it's about in a healthy relationship, friendship. It's supposed to be mutual. People are supposed to turn up and show up for you. If they don't, then that's a different scenario, isn't it? And maybe it's time to review. Practicing, opening up, getting support, connecting is really important around family and friends. And putting in those stress management tools. Being able to be aware of how you manage your stress is really important. You know, using scales of where my level of stress and anxiety is, what my trigger is just now, and what it is I'm doing. And we can do that by writing things down and unpacking it. Mental health is all about emotional health and overall well-being. Think about right now where your mental health is. The reason why I'm talking about mental health is because it's exceptionally important. And until we use what I've just shared with you just now, we can struggle. People often have access and are signposted to techniques, CBT, solution-focused, humanistic skills. They're often signposted. And I'll ask, so you've researched or you've been using these, and I'll say, how often do you implement these tools? And I have to say to you, invariably, it's very little. When we read skills, read tools, and identify the tools that are working for us, they're lifetime investments. They're life skills. And when we find the skills that work for us, it's implementing them daily. And keeping them going. And the more that we implement them, the more they then become healthy habits and just what we do, like brushing our teeth, combing our hair, taking exercise. We have to invest in ourselves and see that our mental health, emotional health is just as important as our physical health. And it all comes together. Good mental health. Thanks for listening. Remember to like, share and download. And remember to take good care of your mental health.